Riding all over. Thank you, Chris. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast. I'm your host, Big Mod. I have Sandy and Chris with me, as always. Before we start the show, before we do our reads, I gotta say, congratulations to the New York Knicks. Finally, they are in the NBA Finals. I am a huge Knicks fan. If you know me, you should probably know that I've been a Knicks fan forever. Big Patrick Ewing fan, straight out of Georgetown. I'm actually a Georgetown fan too. But ever since then, I've stuck with the Knicks. And 27 years later, after 1999, it was the last time they reached the finals. They lost to the San Antonio Spurs. But anyway, it's our time. I like to say, I usually don't say our because they're the ones that are playing, but we're the ones that are spending the money. But yeah, so finally they are in the finals. And congratulations, New York. I'm happy for you. Actually, Sandy, today, it finally hit me.
What's that?
That they were in the finals.
Oh.
I've been taking it in, but I was watching this video, and I was like, damn. It finally hit me. I'm like, man, I've been waiting this long.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start crying right now.
Well, don't cry.
Okay.
You have liked the Knicks for so long that when we were getting married, you wanted to send an invitation to Patrick Ewing.
That is correct. Yep.
And you wanted to name one of our children
Aloysius
after
Patrick Ewing.
And
Patrick
no.
Aloysius Ewing is his name.
Yes.
And I told Sandy, I said, when we have our kids, I think I'm going to, maybe the middle name, Aloysius. She's like, no. And that name's, I think it's like Ethiopian or, but who knows? That would have been kind of cool. Anyway, yeah.
I've
said that.
Loved the Knicks for so long. And so, yeah.
So
I've been on the ride with you. So it's been fun.
Thanks. Yeah. So it's been fun watching these games here lately.
Oh, yeah.
It's been really fun.
I mean, we got a chance to go.
And yeah, we got to see them. We went to New York. We got to see them there. And then we went to Phoenix.
Yes,
back in 90,
that's right.
That was 90, that might have been 97, 98.
Uh-huh.
When you actually got to see Selena. Remember?
Was it that same?
Yeah, it was the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, she got to see when Selena was just barely coming out.
Yeah.
She got to see her perform.
But we were in Phoenix, and we just got lucky that New York was playing. Yeah. The only bummer was Patrick Ewing did not play.
You know what? I am sorry. You're right. That was before. That was like 92, 93. You're right. Yeah. But when we went to go watch the Knicks, and then, we went to that game, and then the Cowboys were in town. So, yeah, that was a good, fun time. Yeah. With Yvonne. But yeah, anyway. So, yeah, congrats, guys.
And good luck to the next.
Yeah, good luck.
In the next round,
all we're doing is just waiting around for San Antonio and OKC to beat each other up. That way they can come into the game week, and we kick their ass.
Yeah, it's been interesting. I mean,
it's been fun. It's been a fun ride.
Yep.
Christian, can you do our reads really quick? Thank you. This podcast is sponsored by Quinn Concrete Construction. The company motto: no job too big or too small. Whatever your concrete need is, they have the experience and the professionalism to ensure a quality job every time. For a free estimate, call 913-279-1448. That's 913-279-1448 and ask for Joe Quinn.
This episode is sponsored by Goal Fire Protection. With over 26 years of fire sprinkler experience, Goal Fire Protection has built our livelihoods on established relationships and providing quality fire sprinkler systems. From retrofits, remodels, service, repairs, new installation, and inspections, simple to the extreme, we can help you every step of the way. No job is too small or too big for our knowledgeable crews. For your free estimate, call 913-441-3390 or email us at gochoa@goalfireprotection.com.
I remember it, like you told me, you said, whenever I have a kid, I'm going to name him Marcos. And
so you remember? Okay.
Yes, okay. I remember that. And that stuck with me. And I, eventually down the road, he tells me, he's like, guess what? We named the kid Marcos. I'm like, no way. That was so awesome.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can hear us talking about the name Marcos, I'm getting ready to introduce our guests. Please welcome to the show for episode number 194, Marcos Armendariz. And here we go.
Thank you.
And that last name, boy, it's when I first started this and I wanted to get merch out, which is actually I'm wearing the T-shirt that your mom had made for me, and she made us a few in here and there, and man, I could not get the name down.
Yeah.
Armendariz. I could not get it down. And I talked to my sister. And in spelling it, I'm just looking at the way I spelled it wrong here, but I make sure I did it right on the, up there, right? Armendariz. A-R-M-E-N-D. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I spelled it right. Yeah, so.
You sure did. No, believe me, you're not the only one that's not got it right the first time.
Yeah.
Or the first 100 times or so.
Yeah.
There you go. But welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
It's
I really
good,
appreciate it.
good to see you. It's been a while.
Same.
I actually, like you guys were talking about Sandy, we met. Sandy was a
Yes,
teacher.
let's go way back.
Yeah, so way back, and you were a student there at the school that she was teaching, and
In my first year of teaching.
okay, your first year teaching.
First year teaching is when we met. And
Yeah.
he was in 3rd grade. And so, found
And
the
so you
1993.
Chris, can you show the yearbook real quick, Chris? So
found the yearbook,
yeah, so yes, Sandy found the yearbook, and
And so what we were talking about just a second ago was when he was in school, and we were just talking about Aloysius and how you wanted that name for one of our kids. And I was like, no. But Marcos, I really liked his name. And, as teachers, there's certain names you stay away from the kids that are naughty and you don't want to have that name. Marcos was not like that.
Yeah.
Marcos was, we had a great connection. And so and he remembers that I did tell him that one day when I have one of my kids, I want to name him Marcos. I fell in love with that name. And so, so we do have our own Marcos.
That's
but
amazing.
this is where I first heard.
And it's pretty wild because, and then later on through life, you started as a young man, you were working for the company that I work for now.
Yeah.
And then I think I had to come home and say, Santa, does this name, do you recognize it? She's like, yeah. I said, I think this is Marcos, the one that you named our son after. I believe it's him. And then we talked and we figured it out. And then I came up to you and said, dude, this is going to be a weird story, man. But
I know.
Hey, what a turn of events, Like I would have never expected, first of all, to actually have somebody named after me. And I was 8 years old. Maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Somewhere around there. And I remember very clearly because, so I had just moved here from Mexico, and and so I spoke no English, and it was a struggle, but I eventually, you start picking up things here and there, and whenever Miss Garcia, now I met her. It was a different last name then.
Jimenez.
Miss Jimenez.
Yeah.
I met her as Miss Jimenez, and throughout time, I remember she always mentioned that to me. She said, "You know what? One day, whenever I have a kid, I'm gonna name him Marcos." I was like, "That's nice, That's cool, I didn't think much of it. I'm a kid, and
then you could say it. It's weird. Wait, that's my name. Why do you want to take my name away from me?
It was actually pretty interesting, and I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, but later on in the years, whenever I met you, you're like, hey, guess what? I'm married to Miss Garcia, who was Miss Jimenez, and now we have a kid, and his name is Marcos. And I was like, she kept her word. That was so awesome to me.
It was, what it was too, is that I wanted our kids to have a Spanish name.
Sure.
And Marcos, I hadn't heard that before.
Okay.
And so until you came around, I was like, man, I really like that. And so, of course, we had Mario first, and then we had another boy. So I was like, I want to use Marcos. I want to go with Marcos.
Yeah, we had to stick with the MAR.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's so funny, though, because now our kids when they're growing up, they all got turned into the English version.
Yeah.
Now, Marcos is Mark. I'm
like,
no, I named you Marcos, not Mark.
Yeah. Have you ever been called Mark?
Just by a select few people.
Okay.
Yeah, but it seems weird. It seems really awkward to me whenever hey Mark, I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, I think that's me. I think they're referring to me.
If you're gonna call me Mark, you better call me M-A-R-C, not M-A-R-K.
Yeah.
And so
you can't blame us for going by these simpler names when no one can pronounce the accurate ones.
I get Carlos a lot. I get Marcus sometimes.
Yeah.
I get Mario sometimes.
Do you ever get Marco?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah.
And Marco, and then hey, Polo.
And then you start hearing that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went with Mario, Marcos, Christian.
And he's Chris, and I'm like,
So now
no.
it's become Chris, but it's Chris.
Yeah.
So
okay.
the H isn't in his name,
Right.
so it's Christian.
So you always have fun. No H.
No.
So there for a while we were calling him just Chris, no H.
No. Okay.
There's no H in his name.
Yeah.
So
But that was the thing, is we wanted Spanish names,
Sure.
and to pronounce them
yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
But going through school, everyone chops it up and
Yeah.
shortens it or whatever. And so these guys, got into the habit but I did the same thing. I was Jimenez, but for the longest time growing up, we allowed everyone to call us Jimenez.
Oh yeah.
And that.
Sure.
Chris is like, what? Jimenez.
You laughing?
Yes.
Yes. So, yes, son, I feel you. I know what you're saying. But yeah, we'd never corrected.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until later I was like, no, it's Jimenez, not Jimenez.
And it's
but-
just like our last guest that we had, a good friend of ours. His name's Jaime Oropesa, but he started going by James.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he told his story that there was another Jaime. I have a primo named Jaime, so then there was two Jaimes. So then he's like, I'm just gonna stick with James. So now he's just James.
Yeah.
But when I introduced him as James, he goes, all right, let's say I'm really Jaime. I'm like, yeah, I get that.
Right.
That's, which is properly right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it, and it's one of those things. Like, I've because of my last name, it's pretty different. It's not like really simple to pronounce or whatnot.
Yeah.
And I get like Armendariz or Hernandez or Hernandez.
Yeah, you can even get a
like,
Hernandez.
So
yeah.
I'm like, look, as long as I know you're referring to me, then I'm fine. Just call me whatever. I'm
You know what?
okay
Just
with it.
let's just shorten it. Just call me Dez.
Right. Might as well.
I know, but it's when teachers purposely they don't want to try, and so let's just call you this.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
That's
Yeah.
not-
No. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway. So you say you were born and raised in Mexico?
I was actually born in New Mexico.
New
in
Mexico,
Las Cruces.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Las
And-
Cruces.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cruces.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm from Cruces.
Uh-huh.
And within the first year or two, we moved to Chihuahua, which is where my family's from.
Okay.
And basically, my parents moved over here. They're like, well, we're gonna go over there and work for about a year or so, you
Okay.
know, and then we'll come back and get you, or we'll come back with some money because
Yeah.
that's that's the whole Latino story, you know,
Right.
like
Right.
a lot of our families come over here to work and just to support themselves financially. And well, it's been over 30 years now, so that year that they were gonna stay here hasn't started just yet, so
Yeah.
so but I think that they were here for maybe about a year and a half or so, and I was with my grandparents in Chihuahua, and then after that they ended up saying, hey, well, we got an apartment now, so send them up. And
Yeah.
that's when I came here, and that's when I started school and
Okay.
met
Yep.
Miss Garcia then. Yeah.
Okay. And where about did you grow up? The neighborhood
So
when you were here in Keys,
basically central area.
the central.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew that
So
area.
I went to Whittier. I went to Central Middle School, Wyandotte High School. I went to Banneker. Went to Rosedale for a little while. So it's just basically all been around.
Yeah.
Around the central area, Wyandotte County,
Yeah.
913.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. You took the same path that we did.
Yeah.
I was Whittier to Central to Wyandotte.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice.
So you guys were moving from house to house or home to home?
Yeah.
Is that the way it was?
I mean, that's kind of how it is mostly.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
How long? What was the longest that you can remember you stayed in a spot? Was there a long period of time?
so I
I
think
guess
that,
where are most of your memories from which?
well, see, I've got memories that date back to when I was in a stroller. It's
Oh.
strange. It's strange because
No,
like,
it's not strange. You were probably 7 years old in a stroller.
Yeah.
17. The stroller had 22-inch wheels on it. Yeah. No, but actually, my first memories, I was living on 9th Street. Man, we were in a duplex there. And eventually my parents said, you know what, it's time to get another place.
Yeah.
You know? So we got another little house, and we moved to 8th Street, North 8th Street by Ella. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that area, but
So that was just a block over?
no, actually it was on the opposite side of Central, because we were at first on 9th
Oh.
Street. It was on the south side of Central, and then
Oh,
on-
okay. And then you went to the north side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was there for a few years, probably about 10, maybe 10 years or so, and then after that we moved to Argentina, and I lived in Argentina for about 15 years or so.
Okay, where about?
On Ruby Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know where Woodland is?
Woodland. Yeah.
Okay, so if you go up Woodland from Metropolitan, because Metropolitan and Woodland is where the mural ends, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you take a left going upwards, you turn left on Ruby, and it's the second house there.
Okay.
Yeah. I was there for about 15 years, and I mean, there's so many memories throughout the whole city. Like, I literally drive around, and then I see, and just there's just so many things that have happened from third grade up until today. So there's a lot of great memories and a lot of not so great ones, but it's part of the story, It's part of life.
So living there in off of Ruby, was there a lot of friends? Like, what school were you going to when you were there, or when you were already out?
I was already out.
Okay,
I was already out. I wasn't. I think I was probably about 22 or something. So I was already out of school.
Okay. So then going back to your childhood, I mean, do you remember playing in the streets or running around through the neighborhoods?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everywhere basically. If let me see. Okay, one thing that I can remember. Was the Ruby Park. Ruby Park is really a place where we hung out for a long time. There was Wyandotte County Lake has been. It's got great memories there too.
Okay.
So it's been. There's just so many places. I mean, I can start naming them, and there's so many different stories that come up to my mind.
Yeah.
But I remember it clearly, man. I've spent so many hours in the city park.
Okay.
Yeah, that was another place that we would hang out a lot.
Did you by chance hang out at St. Margaret's Park?
Yeah, we went to St. Margaret's Park too.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot there. Played soccer there sometimes, that's the one with the big old cross on it, right? Yeah. We would during wintertime we would sled down.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah,
we remember that. Yes. We have good memories there too.
Yeah, it was great times. I remember whenever it used to be like, I think it was apartments or no, wait a minute, that right next to the church on the mill.
Yes.
¿Cómo se llama? It was St. Joseph St. Benedict Church.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So right next to it was the All Saints. Do you
Yes.
guys remember that?
Yeah.
And then like we would go from All Saints and just cross the street and just slide down that big
Oh, yeah,
hill.
yeah.
It was really fun. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Those are good memories, and it's almost as a kid you're like, oh, I can't wait for winter so we can do that again.
Yeah.
So we didn't. Where I grew up, we didn't have hills. We would have to drive. So I grew up in Argentine, right off of 15th Street, right by where Franklin Center is, that big stone old school that's there.
Yeah.
So, so we would have to, my dad would have to. We'd drive to Armendariz and then meet up with the primos, and then we would go to St. Margaret's.
Yeah, nice.
And that was the thing.
Yeah, I remember playing basketball at Franklin.
Yeah?
At the Franklin Center, yeah. Way back in the day, they used to have like a bowling thing inside there. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, that was years and years and years ago. So they had like a little bowling lane. I don't know if that was something that was like just temporary or something, but
yeah, it must have been, because I don't remember that. And I was in and out of Franklin a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been there lately?
I've been around there, but it's closed. They still it actually
burnt down.
The
roof.
Part of it.
Part of the roof burned, and then they put a tarp on there. But hopefully they can get it back together.
I think they actually did. I drove by there maybe about 4 or 5 days ago, and there was a lot of cars out there. So
really?
I don't know if they were like if they
trying
had an
to do
event or
something
something, but I mean it seemed open, so
that would be
fixed
interesting.
it.
Well, maybe they're working on it. That would be really cool if they did something to that place.
Yeah.
Where we still go is St. Margaret's Park.
Okay.
Because all of my nieces and nephews now are little, so now we go but I don't do the hills anymore.
Okay, yeah.
We take the kids and let them do it,
Yeah.
But no, it's still there because I still have a sister that lives on Coy.
Okay, yeah.
So we go over there, and then we just get all the kids and we go over to go sledding over there.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yes, there's so many
That's
great
fun.
memories there. So many good memories.
But I just like watching now. I'm not gonna do it.
I know, yeah. So, we get that. Yeah, So did you guys have family here?
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
my parents moved with a cousin of theirs,
Okay.
of my mom's. So
Oh,
they
okay.
moved in with her, and then after a while, they actually moved out, and my parents stayed here.
Oh, and then
yeah.
they stayed.
Yeah, and then my parents, my dad's sisters, they started moving in to
Okay.
Kansas City.
So
and,
are they all still here?
no,
moment?
some of them in Colorado, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, but most of the family is actually down south. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's cool. So you would say you grew up in the 90s? Is that, or late 80s, early 90s?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do the math. So you're a little over 40. Yeah. So
You don't have to remind me, man.
yeah.
No, it's a blessing actually, to
Yeah.
be honest with you, because there's a lot of people that I was just looking at these books, man, and
Yeah.
so many memories come up, and like I see these kids, and I know them as adults, So I met them in school, and now I know a lot of their stories, and
Yeah.
a lot of them are actually like, they're not here anymore.
Wow.
And so that's why I'm saying it's a blessing to actually say, you know what, hey, I'm over 40. That's
Yeah.
it's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's sad to say that, of course, through Facebook, I keep in touch with a lot of friends that I went to school with, and somebody will post something sad like, hey, so-and-so just passed away. Here just recently, I went to a celebration of life over the weekend. A friend of mine who grew up there in the neighborhood, and he passed away. And so, yeah, it's just like, it's crazy as we get older, and like you're seeing it for yourself. And just think, man, those people were your age,
Yeah.
in their 40s, and either an illness or just a tragic accident or something. It's sad to say, but I try to keep in touch a lot with family, friends. Making new friends. Like doing this podcast has helped me make a lot of friends.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I'll see somebody, they're doing something interesting. Hey, would you like to come on and talk about what you do? And they're like, yeah, and then we become friends. Just like I become friends with the 4 or 5 people who work for Channel 4.
Nice.
They've been on our show, and now I can text them and say, hey, how you guys doing? Or they'll text me and say, we got this event coming up. Why don't you join us? And stuff like that.
That's cool.
So yeah, so this is cool, and this is a cool way for us to catch up too. It's
Sure.
been a while since we've seen each other.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Do you think today the kids have it easy compared to the way we had it? What do you think?
I think easy is putting it really, really, really. How do I say this? Okay, let me tell you like this.
Okay.
When I was growing up, I remember playing marbles. Do you remember playing marbles?
Yeah, canicas.
That's canicas, yeah.
Canicas.
So I don't think I've seen any kid that knows what a marble is anymore. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
so if anything, like I didn't get my first phone, or actually my first pager, man. I didn't get my first pager till I was probably about 15 or 16 years old, right?
Okay.
And
So you got to hit the pager area,
yeah,
pager
man,
time.
I got the beeper, bro. I
Yeah.
had the little chain on it, and it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
attached. Oh man, that was so cool, bro. It was something so interesting to me. Now the kids are 3 or 4 years old with their cell phones. I'm like,
I know, yeah.
dude, it's insane, but it's actually pretty awesome. And just to see the change, the drastic change, I would have never thought that it was gonna be like this. I
Right.
would have never thought that it was gonna be anywhere the way that it is. Like, I've seen people struggle that, I can't get my phone. Hey, mijo, come here. Hey, call the
Yeah,
little one.
and
And
that's
then
a-
the little one comes up there. He's like, oh, here you go,
I
daddy.
know.
Like,
Como si nada, right?
See? Oh, it's
yeah,
crazy.
just pretty cool. Yeah, so if you see behind that, remember those brick phones?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes, I
just a
remember that.
replica. Yeah,
I
But,
remember those things.
yeah. So yeah, you went through that era, and the
Yeah.
bag phone.
Yeah.
Remember the bag phone?
Yes, I remember that.
I bought a car, and guess what? It comes with the phone. I'm like,
Nice.
hell yeah, I got a phone in my car.
The coil on it, right?
Yeah. It was a bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when we had the pull outs, the stereo system.
yeah.
Remember,
yeah.
and then I had to buy a bag for my my stereo, and he carried it around like a purse.
Yes.
And then eventually moved to just the face, right?
Yeah, the face would just pop off. You just hit eject, and it would just pop right off.
Oh yeah.
But then there we are carrying our
the detachable faces.
Yeah, then you
I
had to buy the
remember
case
that.
for that, and you know, and then eventually they started selling the case with the stereo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
yeah,
remember those days. Good old days, man. Good old days. Now the other day I went to install a stereo for a guy, and we bought the stereo, and the box was like that thin, and I was like, where's the rest of the stereo? You know? And so I open it, and it's like just like the display, and then like
what do they call it? Like a chassis? Ain't that what they call that? Already?
Yeah, the chassis to the stereo. Yeah. So it's back in the day, they used to be because you put CDs in it, right? So it was about that big, and then now. I went to go buy one the other day, and we bought it, and it was just a display. And I was like, "How do you do this? You just like put super glue and put it on the dashboard or something, you know?" But yeah, that was interesting.
Surprised you didn't put like a magnet on the back, right? Like we do our phones. We put our magnets.
Yeah,
and we're able to do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so going back to what's the craziest thing that you remember seeing as a kid? Is there anything that like?
The craziest thing I remember seeing as a kid.
Like I'll give, for instance, for me, was watching a couple of guys fight, and they were older. They were like already out of high school, but we were 7th, 8th grade, and it started there at Franklin.
Yeah.
You know, when I was at Franklin, it was a summer day. We're playing kickball. 2 guys are fighting, so we all just stopped to watch them fight.
Yeah.
And this fight lasted a long time. I mean, they were fighting, and it would just move and move. It ended up going up the hill. Then we're on Ruby, and that to me that was crazy.
Yeah.
Just to see two. For us, it was like 2 grown men fighting.
Right.
You know.
That reminds me like of so many, like my first time ever watching a fight.
Yeah.
It was really scary to me because I was a little kid, you know.
Yeah.
And so it was down the street from my house, and like I'm sitting there, and well, when I was in middle school, I used to play the violin. Okay. And I don't know if shout out to Mr. Portillo if he's watching. Mr. Portillo from Central. So he would let us take the trombone home sometimes just so I could practice, because he's like, man, if you really want to learn, then go for it.
Yeah.
You know, and so I took the trombone out, and I'm playing in the front yard, right? And I'm thinking I'm Frank Sinatra or something, you know. And then so all of a sudden I hear some people screaming down the street, and like between the trees I could see the projects from my house. And all of a sudden I see this guy he had like bottles and like light bulbs, and he starts like breaking them on top of this girl's face, like literally. I was scared. Even though it was so far away from me, but it's such a shock, you know. You don't expect to see something like that. And then
I'm gonna have to go through that yearbook, look at your picture, and try to envision you making a scared face,
bro.
Because I don't know what you look like when you were little.
I'll
sit here a little bit.
Yeah, no, it was traumatizing, to be honest with you, man, because it wasn't something that you'd expect. And like, you're a kid and you're out there having fun or whatever, and then next thing you know, you see this lady just screaming, like mortified, like I'm just.
Did it cut her? And it cut her open?
She's completely bleeding. She was completely bleeding. So it was definitely traumatizing. Yeah. That was probably one of the things that was one of the craziest things that I seen as a child.
Yeah. See, and when was the last time you actually thought about that? It's
so. I've had a lot of time to think lately, and that was one of the things that actually came up to me. Okay. So yeah, and there's conversations that we've had with certain groups, and that was one of the things that came up, because a lot of times they say, well, what happened in your childhood, or what whenever you go back to try and try to see what made you who you are today, so they're like, okay, what stuck to you, what are the things that you saw or lived or went through, during that time of your childhood, because whenever you're a kid, like they say, it's like you're a sponge, you're accepting everything, and you take everything in, and everything pretty much gets recorded in your mind. So yeah, that was one of those things that actually came up not that long ago.
That's wild.
Huh. Okay.
Yep. As a kid, what do you remember the shows that you used to watch? Was there like a favorite show you?
Oh yeah, man, definitely. So I've always loved cartoons, man.
Okay.
So like I've always loved like the Looney Tunes and things like that. Actually, one of the things that got me to start drawing, because I've liked drawing ever since I can remember. I would pause I would actually record the cartoons on the VCR, and so I would pause it and then I'd put the piece of paper on top of the TV and I would trace it, so that was my light box.
Yeah.
And that actually, that was one of the things, like Looney Tunes, I remember, like Doug Funny, I remember, like, who was it? Gumby, I remember. I remember MASH. You guys remember the show MASH? That was not a cartoon, but...
That was the show that as soon as you heard the music start, it was time for bed.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably why I remember it. Yeah. Or what was the other one that came out right before that they were at the bar all the time? That
like Cheers.
Cheers. That's what it was. Cheers. I remember that, and just so many different shows, man. But we were limited to 13 channels back in the day. You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
Do you remember that the TV had two knobs? One that went from channel 1 through 13, and then the other one had a whole bunch of different ones, right? We never we never really had cable, so we would just watch whatever was coming up on there. So.
Whatever.
And I remember the Saturday morning cartoons. It was something that was like, we got to get up.
Yep.
It's time. It's Saturday. Yep. We're gonna watch cartoons.
Yep.
But that was one of the things that I really liked, cartoons. And up to the day, one of my dreams that never came true, or maybe later on down the line, I don't know, was to work for Pixar. So that was actually something that was always in the back of my mind. Like, I always knew how cartoons made me feel as a kid. It made me so excited and happy, and just like it flew me to a whole nother dimension. Just seeing, just watching cartoons, like imagining all these things, like. So I wanted to create that feeling for kids, and haven't had the chance to, but maybe eventually.
Yeah,
Keep working on it. Yeah. Maybe it'll.
So
it'll
drawing
happen.
is your thing, or you have different other forms of artistic abilities.
Well, I wouldn't say all that.
No, okay.
But I do like to draw.
Okay.
So one of my main things too was I got into graffiti. I like to do that. So I won't. If there's any officers watching or anything, it's all legal. I really enjoy doing things like that. So I like spray painting, airbrushing, and grading and things like that. So yeah, but I mean, if you break it all down and boil it down, it goes to drawing.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But one of my greatest memories was I remember being in my grandma's apartment and pausing recording that VCR, so I can sit there and trace those cartoons. And
that's interesting because I've never thought about that. I've never. Yeah. To me, this is the first time hearing that somebody would do that.
Yeah.
I
think about like you would put a picture on a window and you trace the picture, but never pausing that so that you could trace it on the TV.
So I bet I'm pretty much down the line. People were like, "Do you see a bunny rabbit on our TV? Because it'll burn on the screen." And you'd be like, "Is that Bugs Bunny?" And we're watching MASH, and why is there?
Man.
That's funny.
It was great times, man. As kids, we would come up with such strange things. So at one point, I remember me and my really good friend, we were probably in 6th or 7th grade, and he lived literally like right across Central Middle School, and we were going to Central Middle School. Mm-hmm. And just, I guess I say this just because I remember, like, and it makes me realize how creative one can be. Yeah. But it was so dangerous that we didn't even think about it. So we were like in his dad's basement, and we found a bunch of bullets. And so we put one on the window, and we're sitting here shooting it with a BB gun.
Oh.
Yeah. So now I go back and think about it, and I was like, what were we doing? We could have killed ourselves. That could have been really, really bad, because we would eventually hit that. We would hit the bullet, and it would pop. But who would have known? That bullet could have turned right around and hit either one of us. But thank God that none of that happened. And but just to like the innocent mind, you know, and
Yeah.
like, that doesn't really think things through, you know.
Yeah.
When you don't play the tape through, then and actually think about the consequences, things can get out of hand really,
Oh,
really
definitely.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you spend a lot of time outside? Were you an outside kid?
Yeah, I definitely was. So one of the things about like just because we didn't have all these things like that would entertain us, these little boxes that everybody carries around.
Oh
now,
yeah,
you know, like,
yeah, totally different.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was completely a different lifestyle. And
Mm-hmm.
so I was always out and playing in the garden, you know, looking at the bugs, and
Mm-hmm.
like I would sit there and I would grab them and draw them out and stuff. And like sometimes I would just to use my imagination and create whole cities of bugs, you know.
Yeah.
it was
I know, and I don't think our
great
kids have that
times.
imagination nowadays.
No, they don't. That's not. They have TikTok.
You're right.
Yeah.
They're creating. They're
Sure.
creators. Yeah,
Yeah,
just a
well,
different way.
You can squeeze that top piece down. Yeah.
Ah, there we
Yeah.
go.
Make it fit a little bit.
Okay,
You're good.
perfect.
Okay.
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have 2 sisters. Yeah, I don't claim either one of them.
How
but-
much younger are they than you?
Older, younger.
Yeah, they're both younger.
Okay.
Yeah, they're probably about maybe 8 and about 7 years old, younger than me. So
Okay, so did they come? They probably then didn't come through Whittier, because then you said you left, right?
yeah, I left. They didn't. They weren't born until after. So after we had moved out of that area. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they didn't go there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
my 2
big brother.
sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to them, Naomi, Paola. I love you both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Nice shout out. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Did you play sports? Were you into the sports? You did
Soccer.
mention soccer.
Yeah.
So the thing about the sports, I've always liked them. You know, I've always liked them, but I was never really part of a team. I played softball actually in a team, which that was way back in the day too. I don't know if she's still around or not, but with Mrs. Ruiz, I remember that was her last name, Mrs. Ruiz. And I was probably like 10 or 11 whenever we joined that little team.
Okay.
Besides that, I took a few like karate classes, and besides that, in high school, I remember mentioning to one of my teachers that we should make a golf team, and that was kind of interesting. And he went with it. He's like, "Really? Yeah, let's try and see if if they'll put some funds towards it." And we eventually got some golf.
That's cool.
Really?
Golf clubs going, yeah, and it was actually really, really interesting. But that was towards the last my last year. But like soccer and things like that, I would just normally play with the friends. You know, never was on a team or anything like that. But yeah, besides that, no, not necessarily a
Just
huge
drawing.
sports guy.
Just drawing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
just
was one
doing
of my
the art.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That-
that's pretty cool. So you picked up art at a very young age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, was there somebody that influenced you? Was there somebody
Yeah.
out there that?
So I think that just because I didn't as a kid, you don't sit there and think, oh, who produced this movie or who did this, none of that ever went through my mind. But like Walt Disney to me was something that it was a company name, but at the same time it was like, hey, Walt Disney makes me feel great when I see this, like I want to be that prince, I want to be Aladdin, I want to, and so I would see all the cartoons. I would never think of anybody in the background of it, that was one of my main influences. Also, just going around the city and seeing all the graffiti art, that was big inspiration to me. Scribe, one of the guys, and I can name several
I've
different
heard
guys.
the name. Yeah,
Great artist, bro, and several different people, and obviously my teachers, they always influenced me to continue, and they're like, yeah, you should definitely do something with that, and at times it was just like, well, I'm just doodling, and then they were like, doodling, that's not just doodling, that's pretty good, and to me it was like, well, it's okay, but a lot of people were actually be like, no, definitely you need to continue to do that, and so as time went by, I've dedicated hours and hours and hours to pens and pencils, and it's been really really cool, man. Like eventually, I got a couple of people together, and we were we had a little graffiti crew going on, you know, and one of my main guys, he actually did a tattoo for me, Milton. Want to send a shout out to Milton. He whenever he did it, he tells me, he's like, bro, let me tell you something, bro. You've been an inspiration to me. I was like, what? No way, you know. And that felt great, man. To actually be like, because he's tattooing professionally now, you know, and things like that. So I'm like, I realized that just the whole getting people together to draw, that kept us out of a lot of trouble. So that was definitely a good side effect of that, you know. And besides that, look, it's always cool to be able to see, like, years and years ago, like, it's on your arm.
So so when you created this tattoo for me, of course it was right after the contest.
Yeah.
When I saw what you did, the graffiti. Oh, how would you say it looked like a graffiti? Where it was like 25 years, I think, of service that we were there at the company.
Right.
At that time, and I thought, okay, that's cool, you know. And then that's when we talked, and I asked you if you could draw me up a star. But I do got to ask you. I mean, I know you put your initials in there.
Well,
no, don't say you didn't. I've been wanting, because I could see the M and the A in it, you know. Yeah,
okay.
I figured it out after I got it. I was like, that guy put his initials in my tattoo, and it's all good. You know, it was respect. You did it for me, and I was like, you know what, this is cool. And not too many people know that, but now people that are going to see this, they're like, oh, okay. Show us. Can you show us his initials? Yeah.
Well, as far as we know, only you and I know.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep it. We'll
keep it a secret.
Yeah. So, speaking of scribe, do you know Laidan Galicia?
Yeah.
So Dink.
Yeah. He was actually one of the guys that I remember. He's several years younger than me, and so he lived literally catty corner from one of my friends that I used to hang out with a lot, and yeah, we would always be drawing over there, and he'll probably tell you that it was he never really started drawing with us, but with my friend that was younger than me, who I used to hang out with his brothers a lot. Okay. And they're in Mexico now, but they used to be really really close together, and so like it was they started drawing together, which I mean I look at like online and see his pictures and stuff. I'm like, man, that's awesome. I got to see him from whenever he was a kid now to where he's at now, and it's
we're talking Dink.
Yeah. Laidan.
So Laidan, he's been on our show. We brought him in. I actually brought his brother in.
Oh yeah.
As well, yeah.
Vincent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Promoting his pizzas. Doing that thing. So they're doing. Those guys are doing well.
Yeah.
So we've been in contact with Dink. Shout out Dink.
Laidan
Galicia. Because the tattoos and this and that, and our daughter, she's starting to become a tattoo artist.
Really?
She has interest. Awesome. She hasn't figured it out yet. But.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, all these ones that you see on me, that's her. Yeah,
really?
That's what she's doing.
Oh, that's pretty awesome, man. Nice.
Yeah. So she's getting better. She'll like to, and so actually, I believe Dink is going to help her out.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah, so how you never thought about getting into tattoos? Or?
Yeah, I've done several of them.
Okay, so you dabbed into it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But life's taken a lot of turns for me, you know, and it's been an exciting journey, to put it in. You know, just to try and encapsulate it all into a few words. It's been very exciting. It's definitely had its ups and downs, and so at one point I was working at a bank. That I did that for a few years, and life has just been pretty. It's I like to put it like a cake has so many different ingredients to make it that cake.
Okay.
So I actually can say that I've had a whole lot of different type of ingredients to make what I have now as a life, you know. And it's definitely had its ups and downs, and it's been a very very emotional, very. I don't know how to put it to you, man. It's been
good,
great, man. But yeah, I have thought about it. I've definitely thought about it, and I might still do that.
Yeah,
you know?
you still can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you mentioned earlier about engraving.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how to engrave as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it was one of the things that.
Did you learn it there at Universal?
I actually started doing it before. I started doing it like on cups on. Yeah, so I've done several lowriders, like their windows and stuff. I've done the engravings on those, like the drawings and things, and that was actually kind of where I started. It was like more like, since my family, they've been doing photography and videography for a long time, and like they've gotten a lot of quinceañeras and weddings and things like that. So I started like engraving, like just a couple of cups for the bride and the groom or whatnot, you know, and things like that. And eventually, a couple of my friends, they were like, "Hey, man, I've got this car that, you know, I'd like for you to draw on." So I would engrave their windows and things like that. And then eventually, I started working there with Mario, and that's a little bit. A little bit different because it's more dimensional, but it is something that I really enjoy doing.
So. Okay, because I give it up to you guys as artists, because when he talks about engraving and then being able to understand the depth, because then you're going to flip it over and what's going to pop out, and I'm just always like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, but I think our engravings were probably different because we were we were engraving for the purpose of embossing.
Mm-hmm.
The engraving you did was actually like carving, right? Am I right?
Yeah. Well,
like if you took a piece of wood and you engraved in it, and you can make it 3-dimensional.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's kind of. Yeah, that's kind of.
Yeah.
I guess that's one of the ways that you can put it. But when I think of engraving, like on glass, you know, it's not shaping the glass, but it's just like putting an image on there. So it's just shadow work and, you know, things like that. But yeah, I actually got into that too.
Because I remember at one time we would talk about it, and you wanted to become an engraver.
Yeah.
There at Universal.
Yeah. I got the chance to put my skills to practice there a few times.
Okay.
And I don't know if the guys still work there or not, but like there were 2 brothers there when I was there.
Oh.
Which ones? What were their names?
Híjole, no, you're gonna.
Are they Weddles?
Yeah.
Was it Kevin and Lane?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they still there?
They're still there, man.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
And that's what I was going to ask you. You know, speaking of jobs, I was going to ask you if you remember what other people do you remember? Maybe they're still there. Well, Kevin and Lane.
So, I remember the Nájera family.
Yeah.
I remember Ernesto.
Yeah.
I remember Cecilia. I remember her son, Paul. And,
okay.
El Peinadito. Remember El Peinadito?
Oh, yeah.
Todd and, well, Don Juan. I remember just about everybody that
and there was at that time, there was a lot of raza there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of raza going through that.
It's not like that anymore?
No.
No.
No, it's pretty much, you know, it's
mixed.
diverse. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So I seen Sam the other day.
Sam.
Yeah.
Really? You remember him?
Yeah. We talked a little bit. So one of the guys that I live with knows him. He's real good friends with them, and he pulled up to his house. I was riding with him, and then he pulled up to his house, and I was like, "Hey, I know this guy."
No way.
He's like, "Yeah, that's Kiko." I'm like, "No, that's not Kiko."
Okay, so who's this? If you don't mind me asking, who's this friend you're with?
His name's Aaron. His name's Aaron Sullivan. Yeah.
Okay, dang. I was hoping I'd remember that. Did he go to school with Sam? Do you know? Or?
I'm not sure. He says he's known him for many, many years. Okay. So, like, I guess his parents live right down the street from him, so they're not that far. I think they just know each other from the neighborhood. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. And Sam remembered you?
Yeah.
Really?
We sat there and talked for a little bit, and he was working on his what was it? Like dune buggy.
That dune buggy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always fiddling around with that. Yeah, I've been trying to get his ass come in here and talk a little bit, but that guy's got so many stories, but He's like, oh man, no. I go, I could tell better stories if I'm drunk. I say, well, if that's what it's gonna take, buddy, we can do that, man. I got a lot of beer in there. We can sit here and drink all night, and then you can come up with your. Nah, then I'll get myself in trouble. Come on. I said, I'll edit anything out you want me to edit out.
Right.
And I won't. I'll keep it in.
Yeah.
Because it's clean.
Or you would have nothing.
Yeah. I won't have good stories.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
But
yeah, I remember him.
yeah.
Seen him not that long ago.
Yeah, and I saw his ass today. So
Did you?
yeah, he's still there, man. He's still there.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. And yeah, some of the people that you named, yeah, they don't work there with us anymore. And but yeah, it's I'm 37 years in.
Wow.
They're Universal Engraving.
You're practically the owner now, huh?
You know, at one time, they used to tell us, yeah, you could be an owner of this company. Remember all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Then the next generation come in and they're like, no, we're stopping all that. This is our company.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we could keep it that way. That's fine.
As long as you're getting paid.
But to me, that family's been good. That family's been good to me.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
Hutchisons. So, yeah, I've been blessed to, still have the job there and work with these guys.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're in the third generation. When you were there, it was Glenn Hutchison.
Mm-hmm.
Then the two older boys came in, and now the two younger ones are the top dogs.
Okay.
So yeah, we're going through generations.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Right.
yeah, it's going good.
That's
But
good.
so what are you doing now? Are you working? Right now?
Yeah. I'm in customer service. I'm at
Okay.
a call center. So
Okay.
basically it's just taking phone calls.
Okay.
It's like it's just support.
Yeah.
Customer support. whatnot.
Bilingual?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's good
Yeah.
because that's it's good that you can do that. You're one of those guys that can go to El Paso, Texas, and find a job like this.
Yeah.
It's so hard because you have to be bilingual or you have to speak
gotcha.
Spanish there in El Paso.
Yeah.
It's just. Have you ever been to El Paso?
Yeah.
Paso, Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there before.
That's cool.
El Paso. I remember going actually whenever we would cross from Juarez, we would go to El Paso all the time because they have all the shops right there. So as soon as you cross, you're like, okay, I want to go there and there and there.
Yeah,
They're selling all kinds of things throughout the. That's what I remember from El Paso.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good times.
That's cool.
And we say every time we go down there, the Walmart and the Sam's is packed.
Yeah.
But that's because everybody's coming over.
Yes.
For
Coming over to
Mexico.
shop
Yeah.
and then take
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I always knew it as El Chuco.
Yeah.
El Chuco.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a story behind that. I don't know how true it is, but
What's up?
so they said that back in the day, before, so that people used to cross to work at a place called the Shoe Company, right?
Oh.
You heard that before?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know the story. Yeah, go ahead and tell it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know it entirely, but
Yeah.
I've heard it to be like that's the reason that they call it the Shoe Co because it said shoe, C-O, period.
Yeah.
Shoe Co. El Chuco. That's how the people got to know it.
Yeah. Did you
Is
know
that
that?
what Bill was telling us? I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I believe so. Yeah, that's the story he was telling us about. It was a shoe company, the Shoe Co.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and other people have a different story to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Chuco, right? Is that what they?
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about the people, not a shoe store.
Well, I mean that's another story.
Huh.
We can
okay.
get into that. Yeah.
So
Okay.
So yeah, I have a T-shirt that says El Chuco. on it.
Really?
That I
Yeah.
bought there in El Paso.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I at first, whenever I would hear that, I thought that they were talking about because pachucos, like
Yeah,
okay,
and
back
see,
in the day,
and that's
pachucos.
the
Okay,
other
yeah.
story. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The
Okay,
pachucos.
so that's what I thought.
Yeah.
At first, when everybody was like, "Oh yeah, vamos a ir al Chuco, vamos a ir al Chuco," and, okay, well that's probably where the pachucos are from. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no.
So yeah, you have these two mixed stories, and some people believe this, and some people believe that.
Yeah.
So just combine them together somehow.
Okay.
Yeah. That's like my coworker Todd Schultz. They used to. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Todd Schultz,
Yeah.
big tall widow with blonde hair. So he and I, we both work together in the R&D department. That's where I'm working now.
Okay.
And we put things together, and it's a whole process. But for the longest time, they used to call him Tacho.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Hey, ¿qué pasó, Tacho? Tacho. Well, it's short for Todd Schultz.
Right.
El Tacho. And once in a while, I'll call him that. Tacho. He laughed. I remember they used to call me. He thought it was just a cool nickname, Tacho.
Yeah, right. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, but there's so many things and so many different words that get combined like that.
Yeah.
And then like I don't think I've ever found any other sort of people per se, that actually does it more than La Raza for real.
Yeah.
So then I have to take that back. Teachers aren't the only ones. Then,
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Because it sounds like we are just at fault too, right?
Well,
Just as much.
I wouldn't put it past the teachers. They're the ones that are actually teaching us.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it is.
But no, good times are good times.
Definitely.
But yeah, so let's get into what I have now. It's called "Been There, Done That."
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna name some things, and I'm gonna see if you remember, and maybe you might have a story about it.
Okay.
So, for instance, Blockbuster.
Blockbuster, been there, done that.
Yeah,
Yes.
even worked there, huh?
Yeah, no.
No.
Actually, I didn't work there. I didn't work there. But I remember used to get fees for not rewinding the movies.
Isn't that something? I'm like,
Yes.
really? The next person just can't take it and rewind it. They have to be. What are they going to do? Bring it back? A lot of people that open it. Excuse me, it's not rewound.
Right.
So then they'd have to rewind it. So I guess that was the reason.
I think our fees were late fees all the time because we didn't turn them in.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
it 3 days or something? You had to have it back.
Right.
Remember the people that would have. Remember, were you one of those who would kind of like be looking, and then you'd hear the movies dropping behind the counter
To
you
see
kinda
which
go
one it was.
Yeah, to
Right,
see,
yeah.
There's none here, but
Yeah.
shit, it may be back there.
Right. Yep.
You remember those times?
Those were the new arrivals,
Right.
Like, okay, those are the interesting ones. The ones you really want to watch are the ones getting dropped off.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
the brand new ones that
And
just
then
came out.
you had that section that was all the new arrivals, and then it would get the old ones.
Yeah.
So everybody would be just floating around, waiting to see when that next movie's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember whenever they started to rent video games.
Oh,
Oh man, that was exciting times.
yeah. What was
Yeah.
the console that was
The
used?
Nintendo 64.
Oh, is that what it was? The
Yeah.
Nintendo
Well,
64?
at least that's what I remember.
Okay.
Maybe. But yeah, I remember actually going and getting the 2-day rentals, and it was so exciting just to go by there and pick one up and like I'm actually gonna get to play a different game.
Yeah. Were you able to buy games there?
Maybe down the line. I just remember renting them.
Yeah, I remember the renting, but I don't like movies. I don't even remember
I
if
don't think
they
you bought 'em.
sold movies there. Like
No, I
trying to
think-
get rid of them. You know.
I think once they were like played for so long, they actually did sell them. I
Yeah.
remember buying some from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they put them in one of those big
Yeah, in the
baskets and then
You got to go
just
through all of them.
shuffle through all of them?
Yeah.
And see what
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then there was a Hollywood video.
Hollywood. I remember Hollywood video.
I never did that, but I remember there's Hollywood, the Sam Goody. Remember the Sam Goody?
Oh, is that the CD place?
Yeah. Then
Yeah, I
the CDs,
remember
the
that.
Sam Goody, the one spot that I used to hit was Planet Earth Records.
Okay, yeah.
Sound Warehouse.
Yes, I remember that. What was the one at the mall? Remember there was one at the mall that they
At,
used to-
at Indian Springs? Do you remember Indian
oh,
Springs
yeah,
Mall?
I remember Indian Springs. I remember going to Orange Julius all the time whenever
Oh, yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
And then they had the theater in there.
Yep.
Yeah. And then they had the like it was like a mini Science City type of thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
You guys remember that?
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
went to that all the time.
That
Yeah.
was pretty
That
cool.
was what was it called?
Wasn't it Science City?
No, it wasn't Science
No,
City.
it-
Oh, no, Science City is at Union
Union
Station.
It was
Station.
Wonderscope.
Yes,
Wonderscope.
Wonderscope.
Before it moved over here to Shawnee, and now before it moved out to Missouri, it was
Yeah.
Wonderscope.
And then the one in Kaleidoscope.
That's Kaleidoscope.
That's
And
That was the
different.
one. where's it at?
Kaleidoscope's
Center.
at Crown Center.
Crown Center.
Yeah,
Crown
yeah.
Center.
That one's a little different, but
You,
yeah.
you remember going in there?
oh yeah.
Was it field trips?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That was the only time that we went there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only time that I went there for a field trip was my sister was on a field trip, and my mom couldn't go, and they needed an adult. And I was in high school. I got to skip a day of high school just to go with my sister to. And I had fun in there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man.
That's funny. We talk about Indian Springs all the time, and no one has ever brought up the
Yeah.
Wonderscope that was there.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
You're right.
I remember there was a bike there
Because everybody they are older than
I
him.
know,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
yeah, probably so. So I remember that there was a bike that you would pedal and there was two prods like that, and then there was electricity that would run up them every time you would pedal.
Okay, yeah.
That was pretty exciting. Yeah, there's so many things.
There was a sewer system.
Yeah.
Because I remember the Ninja Turtles and the kids like, it's like the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
We're in the sewer. Yeah.
Right. Yes, I remember too that they had the little ping pong ball where, you would create some air and then the ping pong ball would float. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
It had so many different things. I remember too, there was like a wall where you would just stand there and like pose or something, and it would flash, and then you would move, and then you would see the shadow.
Shadow room.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember seeing that.
That's many different stories, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I just remember that like they used to have that theater there that was like a couple of bucks or something like.
Well, they had it became the dollar movie is what they call it, the dollar theater,
right?
Because when they put in the 6 in the middle of the mall, they put in the new theaters. There was 6 theaters there, and then down low they had the 4, but then they became the dollar movie.
Yeah.
So you want to pay full price, you want to pay $4, you got to go over here.
Right.
But if you want to pay $1 to see an old movie,
The old movies,
yeah. Yeah. So, and speaking of the mall, do you remember as kids, we would always want to go to the toy store.
Yeah.
So they had the KB Toys.
Where was it?
It was upstairs, further down by Macy's.
Okay.
On the further end.
Okay.
There was KB Toys. I used to love going in there. My dad hated me going in. He'd go in there and he'd come right back out because we ain't buying shit. You're just going to go take a look at everything and you look at everything and then come right out.
Yeah, that's how it was for me at Walmart's too. Like, okay, Mom, you know where I'm going to be, right? She's like, yeah. She's like, okay, I'll see you soon, but we're not going to get anything, okay?
Right.
I'm just letting you know I'm not going to get you anything.
Yeah.
And then eventually you find Mom, but you have something in your head.
Right. Like, okay, I'm going to try at least, like, you won't know unless you try.
All right.
Yeah, and it was normally like, te dije que no te iba a comprar nada.
All right.
Like, Mom, pero este nomás cuesta $3, Mom. Right? No, it's great times, man.
Yeah, I remember those. Then you had the Circuit City.
Yeah.
Circuit
City was actually really cool too.
Yeah.
Was there in the mall? Circuit City was in the mall?
I don't know if there was one in no.
Oh, okay.
There was a Radio Shack.
There was a Radio Shack.
The Radio Shack and Circuit City were both like they would compete, but the Radio Shack was right next to the what was it called? Camelot or Music Land. I think that's what it was called. The music store, Music Land. You had the Music Land downstairs, and then upstairs there was the Camelot Music. That's where I remember buying all my music from.
Is that the one that was right across across the hallway from the pizza place? Because there was an Italian pizza place.
Yeah.
Italian Delight.
So
yes,
Italian Delight was in an entrance. You come in and it was right to the left. Yeah, but no, there wasn't any music stores in that area.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't there?
No, right across it was a KFC. I remember they put a Kentucky Fried Chicken there.
Oh, really?
Right across from the pizza place. Yeah, there was a KFC.
I do not remember that.
I remember going in there and like my cousin from New Mexico, he's like, dude, I heard about this new guy over in Kansas City named Tech 9 or something.
Oh, wow.
I was like, yeah, man, that's, that was when he was just coming out,
you
know? And I was like, you heard of him in New Mexico? He's like, yeah, bro, dude, you got to go check it out. Send me a CD. So I went, and that's where I got a CD from. That was actually pretty cool.
Do you remember your first CD?
I don't. I remember that... I remember having tapes, the cassette player.
Yeah.
I remember that. And I even actually had the 8-tracks. That was after my time, but they were still around, you know.
Yeah.
So
those and in the LPs, the albums,
the
records.
Oh, that's another story, man. I remember in Mexico, my grandma, and I hope she doesn't watch this part because then she's gonna be like, no wonder that's where they were. So, bro, I thought they were frisbees, and like she used to live she used to live in the second floor, man. So she had hundreds of them. And so I'm like, nice, you know, from the window. Oh, let me see if I can get this one to go further. You know, I go, and there I go. Next thing you know, my grandma's like, ¿Dónde están mis records?
Yeah.
I'm like, no sé. Like, yeah, well, now if she watches,
the
she's gonna
frisbees or the records,
All right, yeah. No, but yeah, that was one of those things.
Yeah, you know, I was one of those guys that I was collecting tapes like crazy. I mean, I still have a big crate of tapes.
Really?
I had to get rid of some, and I got rid of the ones that, okay, I didn't listen to this one, but I got to keep this because I remember when I bought this one. I remember who gave me this one. I remember my first girlfriend who gave me this one. You know, just
yeah.
See, I say that when she walks.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that.
And so when the CDs come out, I remember I was like, no, I don't want to buy a CD. I don't want to buy a CD. First, I don't have a CD player. I still got my tape. Then they started making the record, the boom boxes with the CD and the tape.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, all right. So I can remember my very first CD. Sucks was I think it was a Sound Warehouse, but I really can't remember where I bought it. But it was one of those, just a single.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And it was a song called Move Any Mountain.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember. I can move any mountain. It was like a techno.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those EDM techno types of songs.
Right.
Because I used to hear it in the clubs when we'd go to a club, and finally heard it, and then finally found out what the name of it was, and then I found it in the store, and they didn't have a tape, so I was like, shit. Well, now I'm gonna have to buy the CD.
Yeah.
And that's when I started buying the CDs, because everybody's like, man, have you heard how clear it sounds?
Yeah.
You put a record on it, which to this day still sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a record player. I got my old albums.
Nice.
Throwing them on there. You can hear the scratching. You know, there's nothing better than that. But the CD's like, oh yeah, you're not gonna hear any of that. You're gonna be nice and clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so then I started collecting CDs, and then now you just, hey Siri, play this for me. You know, and then boom, it comes on.
Yeah.
It's just wow. You may not own it, but you'll always have it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and you can play it anytime you want.
Yeah. Did you ever get into like stealing music, like burning this? Remember that?
Yeah.
People were like trying.
Yeah, I mean, it was a thing, man. It was definitely
everybody
a thing.
found a way to steal the music, and then
the Napster, the LimeWire, and all those things. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. It was definitely a thing. And then whenever you were able to burn MP3s, like, you have 100 and some songs in that CD. Like, what? Yeah, and it was definitely awesome. Actually, I think I may have just remembered my first CD.
What's that?
And it had it was with MC Magic. It was Nasty Boy Click.
Oh,
Nasty Boy Click back in the day, man. Yeah, so that was a thing, you know, man. It was definitely one of those smooth R&B, you know, like, I mean, if you've heard them before, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That was one of my first CDs, I can remember. But,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Where's it?
Who knows?
Somebody's throwing it somebody's using it as a coaster.
Probably so.
Yeah. That's just, you know, I'm actually just thinking about this stuff that I haven't talked about this in a while. You know? Yeah, it's the first time that we've talked about music like this.
Yeah,
man. And I think might have been the first time that I shared my first CD story.
Really?
Yeah. Did you ever go roller skating?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I loved it, man. So
yeah?
Yeah.
Did you do it backwards?
Oh, I couldn't. I didn't know how. I always wanted to. Like,
okay.
I wish, man. I wish. Even up to the day, like, I want to go skating. Like,
okay.
So I guess the last skating I went ice skating. That was actually really fun, man. It's fun.
It's harder, no?
Not really.
Really?
Yeah. It's not.
It's just no
different.
Never been? I tried it once.
Yeah.
I was probably mid-40s, and I was like, okay, maybe this is just not. Maybe it's way too late for me.
Oh no! Come on, Mario.
Yeah,
you're not 90 yet.
I feel it, but I'm not.
No, I always liked it, man. And so at first it was like, holding on to the rails, you know, like I was always too. I never wanted to grab one of those things that they have because I was like, oh, they're gonna look at me and they're gonna make fun of me, you know. But so I'm gonna try. Ahí iba y me caía por todos lados, but it was fun, man. It was definitely fun. I remember one story, man. It was really, really crazy that it happened this way, but it actually happened. This kid fell in front of me. Like, he fell, and so
were roller skate or ice skate?
Yeah, roller skating.
Okay, roller skate.
Yeah, roller skating. And so he fell, and at that moment, I'm like, I'm just gonna like try to not land on top of him. So he fell, and I put my hands down, and I don't know how, with the momentum or something, I flipped and landed skating again and just skated off, dude. I was like, what? And then all of a sudden, everybody burst out and clapped her and like, well, yeah. I was like, I was so surprised that actually happened, man. I was like, I think to myself, if I wanted to try it again, I would probably never be able to, you know? It was like a once in a lifetime type of thing. But the little kid just looked at me. He was like shaking and
but then you did that flip and you hear.
Yeah, pretty much. I couldn't believe it, man.
That's crazy. But a lot of people saw it.
Yeah. That was.
Did you plan that? How'd you know how to do it? Can you do that again?
No, not even. Right. Let's not try it. That was really cool.
Did you ever? How about the skateboards? You ever?
The skateboards. The skateboards. I think I would have been able to use them if they had magnets. But besides that, man, I could never. Like, I tried it, man, and they would always just slide from under me, man. It was like I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. But I can definitely pick up some roller skates, rollerblades, or whatever, and go at it, you know. But so when I was in middle school, man, we would this was probably a freshman or so in high school. Yeah. We would skip and we would go to this park in Missouri, and we would take rollerblades, man. And so one of my friends, he's like, dude, I'll hold on to you and we'll drive in the car, you know?
No, yeah.
I'm telling you, man, we were wild there. Man. We were just doing some crazy things. And so that happened, man. We're like, okay, cool. Yeah, hold on to me, bro. Let's go. And then so it was my turn to sit in the car and hold on to my friend. And then the guy that was driving, he like stepped on it and then like
gave it some gas.
Yeah, he fell. He ran over his arm, bro. And so he ran over his arm, and then I'm like, stop, dude, stop. And like, you just ran him over. And so he stops, and then and the other guy gets up and he's like, dude, I'm okay. And then he just got so mad that the other guy was like he ran him over. He's like, what the hell you do that for, man? And he's like, they went at it. They went at it.
Oh, and then, shit. Yeah.
So after a while, everything got calmed down, you know. And then so the guy that was driving it's his turn to ride the rollerblades.
Oh, yeah.
So the other guy is like, it's my turn to drive now. So he took revenge in his own hands.
Oh, dang.
Man, it was a wild day. Man. It was a pretty crazy story.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you remember the pet stores inside the malls?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That's something these kids won't even, Yeah, it's something they'll never even see. I mean, we still have the pet stores, but like in the mall though. I remember.
Yeah.
I think Indian Springs had one.
I think so too.
Yeah, it was down there by the Hobby Lobby and no, not Hobby Lobby. What was it called? It was where you were able to buy, what do you call those? The cars that
the model cars.
There you go. Yeah, the model cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I used to go to this place called Hobby
Heaven.
Hobby Haven. You remember that?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah,
I think so.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So we used to go there too, and like that's one of the ways that I started airbrushing.
Okay. Yeah. Because you were able to buy all that art supplies and stuff like that.
Right.
Yes, I do remember. I'm gonna have this. Yeah, we have to get Sandy back into that. Sandy, go ahead? Do you remember Hobby Heaven? Heaven? It was an art supply store. They sell the models. We actually both remember the name at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right next to the. It was right next to the music store and the pet store. Yeah, pet store's there too.
Okay, pet store.
Yeah, you remember the pet store in there? Yeah, but yeah, and then so that was one thing. Indian Springs did not have a food court.
Well, they had the
restaurants.
They didn't have a food court though. You're right.
Yeah,
they had the little restaurants.
And then a lot of these malls started to put all the restaurants
together on
the same floor, together. Yeah, because if you think about it, Oak Park Mall doesn't have any restaurants anywhere else.
It's all in the food court area.
But in the middle, they have, what do you call the ones in the middle? The pretzels and the stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
key fobs? No, not a key fob. That's a key. No?
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm getting off.
I don't know what you're
Kiosk.
Yeah. Kiosks. Yeah. Yeah. And then the bookstores. Do you ever go into those?
Yes.
See, that's where I would go buy art books, or I would look for sports books.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember. So we used to always go get. Do you remember like the video game cheat code books?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we would. That was my main interest. You
Oh,
know? It
yeah?
was like, okay, I gotta go see what the new moves for Mortal Kombat. And we would go in and look at the books. We'd never buy them. You know, we would just go and learn the moves. You know, and like, okay, back, forward, left, right, ABA. You know, like,
Yeah.
okay, I gotta remember that. And there I go with it in my mind. You know, so
You mean back there when you're okay.
right.
Take a marker and start writing everything down on your head, or take notes.
Yeah.
But that's hey, you gotta pay for that. You gotta pay for that book. You know, you can sit there and read it. You better pay for it.
Yeah, that's true. I do remember getting in trouble for that a couple of times. I was like, no, we're just trying to see if we want to buy it or not. Like, no, if you want to look at it, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
And then you know, that in talking back about the LPs, the albums. I remember I bought. Do you remember Pac-Man? So like the Pac-Man game.
Yeah.
Somebody made music of Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Frogger, Centipede, Defender. There was songs made. Two guys just they were called Buckner and Garcia. I remember them, and it was called Pac-Man Fever.
Okay.
So when you would take the sleeve out that held the album, there was the patterns for all of the stages of Pac-Man.
Oh, really?
The pattern was right there for you.
What?
Yeah, and that was people were buying those because it was helping them just to get that. You know, I got the song, I got all these other songs, but guess what? I got the patterns.
Right.
You know, so.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I
think
never knew
eventually,
that.
I think I lent it to somebody and never saw it again.
Oh, yeah.
Because somebody wanted those patterns.
And it's not like, you know, you could just get your phone and take a picture of it.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The camera phones have just come a long way, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
A long way. Talking about phones, do you remember the little snake game on the Nokia?
Yeah.
That was...
Yeah, remember that? There was, that was like
really
the only game that was on there.
Yeah.
Damn, the Nokias, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty. And then, go ahead.
No, I was thinking, whenever you asked me, what was it that you said? Well, I lost it. Sorry. It just left my mind.
You are over 40, man. It's
Here we go again. Yeah. That
I see the canitas coming. The canas coming out of the chin too. I was like,
it's platinum.
There you go. That's it. Yeah. Maybe they'll give you the name Silver Fox like they gave me. You can have the Silver Fox.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh shit! I can't wait for more to come in now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was messing around with someone the other day, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna diet." And they're, "What's wrong with you, Marcos? No, don't do that."
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you want to stay young? You can stay young inside, you know, in your mind, but just let the silver show. All right, cool.
That's funny. Yeah. All right. Well, before we end, you know, I again appreciate you coming in, man.
Yeah, man.
This has been fun. This is, like I said, this is time to catch up, man. You know, and we communicate with each other, and you know, if there's anything you ever need, you're more welcome to call us, text us, something. You know, we can always help each other out. But okay. So before we end, this is my top 4 plus 1. So I'm gonna ask you, it's foods. Mm-hmm. Okay, what is your favorite American food?
My favorite American food. So, I think my favorite American food is Mexican food.
Okay, so you're putting the category at a Taco Bell or a Taco Villa or a Chipotle or you know.
Yeah, we're just gonna say Tex-Mex. So okay, whenever I think American food, the things that come to my mind are cheeseburgers, hot dogs,
and
cereal.
Cereal, there you go.
So, beef ravioli and just things like that, macaroni and cheese and things like that.
Yeah.
So, I love food, man. I love food. So, I think that my favorite my favorite food is really whatever is in front of me at the moment. To be
Yeah, if
honest
you're
with
hungry,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, but so have you had Philly cheesesteaks from Chartreuse Caboose?
Yes.
Okay, that when I think of my favorite American food,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that.
Yeah. No, it's been a long time.
It's
When was the
good.
last time you had a chili cheesesteak?
I think it was probably about a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
At that spot?
Mm-hmm.
So is it still on 87th Street?
Yep.
It's still there.
Yeah. I think there's another one on Metcalf too, but
Oh, okay.
the one I go to is on 87th.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, we actually have this spot right down the street from us, right off of Neiman and Johnson Drive. It's called the District Poorhouse.
Oh.
They have good steak sandwiches in there.
Yeah.
The time that the first time
Right.
we went, I had one, and I was just sad because it was really small.
Yeah.
It was about this big.
Oh yeah.
That was good though, but I was
Yeah.
like, man, damn, I don't want to order 3 of them.
Was it?
But yeah, okay. How about a Mexican? What's your favorite Mexican food?
So
Abuelitas.
obviously, abuelitas, yes, definitely. My abuelita, she used to make these chile pasado. I don't know if you know what chile pasado is or not, but so it's a certain type of chiles, and then like just the way that she would make it, it's something that you can't compare.
Yeah.
But I think that the closest that I've had to there is, have you ever had las gorditas from Central? On Central and...
I know some gorditas that live in Central. But no,
Shout out to las gorditas in Central, right? Whatever. But,
so they're like a pupusa, but they're the gorditas, and then they open them up and they put the...
Yeah. So they have some really good chile pasado. I've never had it anywhere else.
Really?
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, my mom's food.
Mom's food's good.
food,
Yeah.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. She makes this bomb pozole, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, yes, definitely one of the best. I mean, the best mom. I mean, the best.
Yeah.
So you're... which would you have, pozole or menudo? Which
Pozole,
ones?
my
Yeah,
mom's.
all day
definitely.
pozole.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I like menudo too. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, but pozole, I think it's
Okay.
that's a little bit better for me.
Okay, so growing up in Central, what do you think about what Central looks like now? Central Avenue has just changed.
There's a lot of...
Completely changed.
Yeah.
So I remember way back when I barely got here, there was one carniceria, and now we got one in every corner. So there's tacos all over the place.
Yep.
So don't get me wrong, I love it. I absolutely love it. But there are those times where like I think about it, and we knew every Hispanic family that was around there. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore because it's so populated, and it's not. I mean, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. Obviously not. But those days were completely different. You knew all of the Hispanic families, and you're like, oh no, well I'm gonna go to such and such house. Oh okay, well yeah, I know them. You know, everybody knew each other kind of.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's way different. Like I do like it, but I remember like Ninfa's. But on Kansas Avenue was the only place you can actually get tortillas, And I remember you'd go in there and get some tortillas calientitas con mantequilla, and like, bam! Yeah, so that was the only spot. Nowadays, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
You can get tortillas. I
Yeah.
think San Antonio's you can get tortillas. The harina, right?
Yeah, San Antonio's, Don Antonio's. Yeah.
Wait, say again?
Price Chopper now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The
On
one on
18th
18th Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah. So I had some really good tortillas the other day at they were from Sonora, I guess. Some Sonora style tortillas. They were like almost like clear. They're
Really?
Yeah. So the like spring rolls.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh.
But they were really delicious. Though.
Gonna have to try that.
Yeah, that was a great story behind that.
Yeah.
Well, you should definitely try them. It's Sonora style tortillas.
Wow. That's
interesting. Okay.
How about Italian?
Italian.
What's your favorite Italian dish?
My favorite Italian dish, I think that. So I really like the calzones.
Okay.
So like really anything that's in a calzone, really.
Yeah.
But So I think one of my favorite places to eat Italian is what's Senzetti's.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Is that the buffet?
Yes,
or
it
is
says.
that
Yeah, I think it's a buffet style.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been there for a long time.
Yeah,
But
I don't even know if it's still open.
A Metcalf, I don't think so.
no.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I went to Micro Center the other day, and they were actually it looked open.
Yeah. Okay.
so I
Yeah.
don't
So
know.
it's in the same.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, then maybe it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
It's been a while since I've...
Yeah, I think the last time I was there was like right before COVID.
Maybe.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think,
it's been a
yeah.
while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Yeah, it looked open. I want to go back there. I haven't been there for a long time either.
Yeah.
But I think that so now there's the chain of pizza place called Marco's.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
Is
You
it?
like the
Absolutely
pizza?
delicious.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I really like
We
it.
haven't tried it.
No.
Yeah, we have
We did?
once. We had a Marco's pizza, and then but it didn't do well where it was
Over here, right.
Yeah,
But I don't remember having it.
Yeah, but I know there's still one. I think on 75th and Neiman.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think there's one there.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
There is. I actually had that not that long ago.
Okay.
A couple of weeks ago. It was really good.
Yeah.
But Italian food, I actually enjoy all of it, really.
Yeah. All right. And then how about Asian, Chinese, or Korean? Is there a?
So, in Wyandotte, I have several friends that are Asian,
Okay.
and they cook some strange stuff. It's delicious, but strange.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but it was delicious. I had some friends from Laos that they would make some sort of like a sticky rice, but so they would eat it with like instead of tortilla, right? They would grab a piece of lettuce and just grab it like as if it were a tortilla and eat it like like we would like tacos or whatever. But it was rice with a whole bunch of different things. They had like bacon and peanuts and I don't know, I can't remember what else it was.
Wow, but it was good.
Delicious, absolutely delicious. But again, like I'm telling you, food is
If
food.
it's in front of you, it's warm.
Yes, I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the plus one. So those are your top four. Plus one, your dessert
Dessert.
from anywhere. What is your main dessert? Are you a dessert guy?
Yeah. So I think that the only thing that's coming up to my mind right now is a Snickers bar. but I mean, there's all kinds of things, bro. Like fresas con crema, and like they have like, well, there's just so much flan and like, there's just so much.
Okay. So you like the Mexican desserts?
Well, that's the only thing that's coming up to my mind.
Okay,
right now,
yeah.
But like, put me in front of one and
Really,
then I'll tell you.
I could never get into the flan or the tres leches, or I could never do it, man.
How about like arroz con leche?
Now see that? Yeah, because mom would make that.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom would make that for my dad, and then we, instead of the spoon, we would use the
Cinnamon.
the cinnamon, the stick. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's the way we would eat it. Yeah.
Nice.
Dang, you just brought that memory up. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool.
I like mazapanes. That was
Yeah, the mazapan. Do they still taste the same, like they did back in the day?
Well,
I find it to taste a little different.
They
I don't
do
know
taste a little
why. Maybe
different.
it's not as they're not as, I don't know, soft or creamy as they were back in the day. But yeah,
I think it's because they became so commercialized.
I think, yeah, everybody's making them. You can find them anywhere now.
Yeah.
We'd go to El Paso, and Grandma always knew, Abuelita always knew, she would go to Juarez and then bring some over.
Yeah.
You know, now you could buy them at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
you're
just
right.
like you said, they're
That's true.
commercialized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have some chocolate covered ones too that are.
Yeah, I've never tried that.
No.
Is that like would it taste like a Reese's peanut butter cup?
No, not entirely. But they're okay. They're okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
you've had
recommend
them,
it.
so okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah,
it.
I've never tried
It's all
that.
right. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, they're decent.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, Marcos, again, appreciate you coming in, man. This was
Absolutely,
fun.
Mario. Thank
I
you.
hope-
Thank you for having
Hope
me.
this was fun for you.
Nah,
as
it
it
was
was for
great,
us. Yeah,
man.
it was
It
good,
was
and it's
great.
good catching up. And
Yeah.
you know, like I said earlier, if there's anything you ever need, brother, we're here, man.
I truly appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a
I
shout
know
out to
that,
your mom. You know, when we started off, she was doing our T-shirts for us. She
Nice.
made those stickers, and
Cool.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Thanks, Mom. She's definitely a huge part of my life.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
And
it should be. Yeah.
There's there's been so many ups and downs in my time, that she's always been there through each and every one of them, and I absolutely love that woman. And she's always guided me in the right direction, no matter what's been going on in my life, because a lot of people that know me know my story, and and it hasn't always been great, but she's always led me in the right direction.
That's good.
There's one thing that I can say, that a lot of us out there, we're struggling without even actually showing it, So I just know that there is help. There is help. I know that I've been in some situations that have been really, really tough.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I've been through them, because it's made me who I am today, and I've become a lot more resilient, to put it that way.
Okay.
So it's just been something that it's been tough, and I put my family through a lot, but I'm grateful that they've actually been there, and they've led me always to say, you know what, busca Dios, look for God, and being through all of these great memories that you just brought up to my mind, and all these things also brought up a lot of other things in my mind, which we can't deny it, man. It's life. And so I just wanted to say to the people that are watching and people that are struggling, there is help. There's definitely help, and all you got to do is just look for it. Ask. Always look for God. God will never abandon you. Right. Never will abandon you or forsake you. It gets tough sometimes. Believe me, I know. I've been in some really tough situations, and maybe eventually we might be able to talk about that. But for now, thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate that. I know that there's several people out there that are suffering without saying anything.
Yeah.
And sometimes it might be really, really difficult for you to actually find what you need if you don't say something.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
So all I can say is, don't be ashamed of what you're going through. It's not easy, but it is possible, and we can come out of it together. Look for God, look for help. There's so many resources out here. There's so many people that are willing to help. There's so many people that are willing to listen, and to yesterday's story doesn't have to be today's story. Tomorrow can always be a better day. So all I can say is busca Cristo, look for God, and continue to move forward in your life, man. It's gonna be all right. Things are tough, but they're not gonna always be like that. Things do get better.
Yeah.
So thank you for the opportunity, man.
Yeah, man.
Quick question.
Sure.
Is it, for those that are struggling, it's probably not easy to ask for help, right?
It's not. It's definitely not easy.
But if someone approaches you and wants to help you, they have to be open to letting people in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, what's harder, asking for help or accepting help?
I think I read one time something that is regarding this subject, and they said, what's the hardest thing you've ever done? And then the reply was asking for help. And I can see why, because we as people tend to judge. We're very judgmental, and sometimes it's unconsciously, and it's not something that we do to harm anyone or anything, but
Right.
We just start automatically in this day and age, we judge people for what they dress like, or for what they look like, or for what they're doing, or for what their job is, or for what anything, for what their hairstyle's like, for just anything.
Right.
So it's hard to be able to say, okay, I want help, but I don't want to be judged.
Right.
And because we are going to get judged, and there are people that they don't want to judge you. They want to help you.
Right.
They want to help you. They want to help you see you succeed and past all those struggles that you're going through at the moment, because like for instance, there's people that are suffering in silence, that are addicted, that are in in situations that never would I ever have thought that I was going to go through in my life. But I went through it, you know?
Right.
And it was really difficult for me to actually like get the help that I received, because it was like a lifestyle. It becomes a lifestyle. It just becomes like,
Right.
okay, well, I'm stuck here now. I mean, what am I gonna do now? I'm just gonna continue to do what I'm doing, like you know,
Yeah.
like, and then like eventually you end up losing yourself in this spiraling, like just abyss, you know, because after a while, you know, you start losing everything you work so hard for, like
Right.
not just material things, but like your family's trust. You start losing your sanity, man. Like it's so difficult. It's
Right.
so difficult. And once you're in that loop, man, it's like you're in there, so you're like, you stop caring. You know, you stop caring.
Yeah.
And like eventually people will actually, that want to help you, that want to see you do better, they stop caring. Because like if you don't want to help yourself,
Right.
no, it doesn't matter how much somebody wants to help you. You're not gonna accept the help if you don't want it, you know. So, but once you're in that loop, deep down, like in the back of my mind, I always wanted the help. I always wanted to not be there anymore. I always wanted to be like better, to actually live a normal life.
Yeah.
You know, like something that I couldn't have my parents say, "I'm proud of you." You know, like instead of, "Mijo, ¿qué estás haciendo? What are you
Right.
doing? Why? What's going on with your life?" You know, and I wanted that. I wanted to like not be in that life anymore, and so, but once you're in that, like you start only surrounding yourselves with that. Like you know, you whenever you're in a certain lifestyle, you start attracting that same lifestyle.
Right.
You know, you start attracting whatever you surround yourself with,
Yeah.
and before you know it, you're deep in the mud. You
Yeah,
know, and
yeah.
it's really difficult to actually be able to say, okay, now I want to get out. And it's not that easy, you know. But I know that it took for me to have to go through a lot of things in order to actually be able to escape that, you know. And I know that it had a lot to do with my parents' prayers, you know, my mom's prayers and my family and everything. And it was not easy. It's not easy, like being in that little box, you know, because I was in jail for a while, and it's being inside that box. It's not easy. It's not easy because you're not just trapped in a little box, man. You're trapped inside your mind. You know, you know how I was telling you earlier that I had a lot of time to think. Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There was a lot of time to think, you know, and during those moments, and I don't mean to like throw anybody off or anything, but nobody's there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's there for you. You know, it's like that's one of the reasons that I'm ever so grateful for my mom, dude, because she stuck with me through thick and thin, and she's been there regardless, and she's shown me that that she was willing to suffer with me. And so now I want to be able to give her back the complete opposite of that, you know, like to make her to say, you know what, I'm proud of you.
Right.
I feel all those tears and all those moments of worry and all that time that I was struggling and I cried and all these things, I want to be able to turn that around for her. I want to be able to make it to where she's like, you know what, I'm glad we went through that, because now we're here, you know, and things are better. And so I know that I always wanted to receive that help, but I didn't know how to get it. And so I know that prayer works. It's been proven to me over and over. So if I can't answer your call, if somebody else can't answer your call, ask God. He's always there. He'll answer you. You know, he hears you. He's there for you. No matter the situation you're going through. God knows what's going on. God knows what's best for you. God knows what he's allowing you to go through, so he can actually be, you know, show that testimony, not of you, not of me, but of him. He pulled me out of all of that. He took me out of all of it. And he said, you know what, Marcos? I got something better for you. I got something better for you. I made you, I allowed for you to suffer. I allowed for you to be homeless. I allowed for you to be in every single situation that you went through. But you know what? I'm pulling you out of that for what? For my glory. So you can glorify me and so you can testify about my name. So all I can say is, believe me, he's there. He exists and he wants to help you. All you got to do is reach out to him. That's it. Say, hey, you know what? And it's so simple, man. So I was told at one point, you know, there was this preacher. He says, you know what? Whenever I first converted to, you know, to believing in God or whatever, he says, I knew his name was Jesus, but I didn't know how to pray. And then he's like, so I start calling him Jesse. I'm like, what's up, Jesse? You know, like just conversating, you know. And I'm like, hey, man, but you know what? God doesn't want the religion. He wants the relationship. So if you want to call him Jesse, daddy, or dad, father, whatever, as long as you know you're referring to him, he knows you're talking to him. So reach out to him first. He's going to help you. He's going to give you the resources that you need. He's going to help you. All you have to do is want that help. Once you want that help deep down inside, things will change for you. Yeah. Things will change. Believe me, I was struggling, man. I was struggling. It was bad. And I was just going back downwards. And like, I feel blessed that I'm not dead right now. So like everything that I've gone through made it to where I could have been dead several times over, you know, but I think that God's got his purpose for everyone, you know. And so I think that maybe this is part of why he still kept me alive, so I can tell you, you know, that if you need the help, God's there for you. Look for him. For him. And besides that, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, man. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
But before we end, I gotta ask: when you pray, is it English or Spanish?
And when I pray, in English or Spanish, actually both.
Both.
Yeah.
Because he can understand any language,
absolutely.
But I know I've you know in my life I know praying in Spanish it sounds more beautiful than it does in English.
Yeah,
you know,
I think so.
I think so. I think when you speak Spanish to him.
Yeah. He can hear and he understands every single language.
And so, even in sign language.
And even in silence, bro, for real. Like, that's one of those things that, like, so they say, you know, if you pray out loud, the devil can hear you or whatnot. If you pray within your heart, you know, only God can hear you. I've heard that before. I don't know how true that is, you know. But, you know, he knows you deep down inside. He created each and every one of us. How is he not going to know us, you know?
True that, brother.
Yeah. So
preach, man.
Maybe we can pray in English and Spanish, and then we'll see which one sounds better.
There you go. All right. Well, again, thank you, bro.
No, thank you.
This was fun.
Yeah, it was great, man.
And again, people need it. Ask for it. Ask for help.
Absolutely. There's tons of resources out here, and
it
was one of the things that I was ashamed, man. I was completely ashamed to be able to ask for help, but little did I know there's actually people that care.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people that care. There's a lot of people that actually want to see you succeed.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of people that actually say they can provide to you to get you, to help you stand up, because when you're in those situations, it's like you're on the ground, literally, you know, and you technically lose every single thing you have, but there are people that actually care. And so to the ones that do care, you know, reach out to the people that you know are struggling too, you know, because that's one of those things that if we realize we all have parents, you know. I mean, some of our parents are no longer here, you know, but we're all someone's child, you know, and everyone else is in one way or another our brother or sister, you know. So if we see somebody struggling, you know, and let's give to them what we've received through grace too, you know what I mean? And so I appreciate it, man. I really do. Appreciate that.
Well,
we're so happy to see that you are now on the upward.
Thank you.
Yep. Keep going.
Yep.
Keep hitting that path, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And again, like I told you before, we're here. You ever need anything, give us a call.
Thank you. I might need another coffee here soon.
There's another one waiting for you there. All right. All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
thanks
no problem. Thank you, Mario.
Chris, we good? Sam?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the Big Modcast. This is episode number 194. Until 195. Adios.
Peace.